Bengals,
Oh,
49ers.
are the 49ers dead in the water?
I don't know about
Are
that,
the
but
Bengals back to
oh,
being
for sure.
Simba in The Lion King, where they take their rightful throne? Is Burrowhead coming back? I
That'd
mean,
be
Joe
nice.
Burrow. Go ahead. What?
No, that'd be nice because, like, by the way, I picked the Bengals to be my Super Bowl pick, and they're looking nice right now. And then I wouldn't mind seeing a Chiefs Bengals showdown again in the AFC.
Yeah. Yesterday, the Cincinnati Bengals improved to 4-3 after starting the year pretty rough. They've kind of gotten a couple of games now. The 49ers have now lost 3 games in a row. Brock Purdy has not looked good. 22 of 31, 365 for Purdy, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. George Kittle, 9 catches, 149. Brandon Ayuk, 109, 5 catches. McCaffrey, 64, 1 touchdown. Gilbert, somebody on this program, and I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say, said that they needed to go that the 49ers still need to make an offensive trade. Everybody's talking about their defense, and I get it. But they still, I think, need to make an offensive trade. They need to go get another weapon. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I'm saying they need to,
Yeah.
because this team just does not look right.
Well,
I really,
you told me last week, like you told me that Debo can't stay healthy and you can't rely on
yeah.
him for a full season. So yeah,
No, and the thing is, Gilbert, their toughness didn't suit up yesterday. I really do think Trent Williams and Debo Samuel set the tone for that team.
yeah,
They've missed the last 2 games, I think it was, and they missed most of the. I know, well, no, I think Trent got it up and he played the rest of that Browns game, and
yeah,
Debo didn't. But I'm not saying that Debo needed to or whatever. I'm just saying like Trent Williams did. But now I'm wondering, like, that toughness is gone. That their pizzazz is kind of gone. Like they don't have that
yeah.
same fire that they had. Their defense looks weak. Their pass rush isn't what it was. Their secondary is struggling. I don't know what you think, but
Yeah.
it just has
How do
kind of
you
unraveled.
how do you spend money on Javon Hargrave and your defensive line got worse? Like, you're supposed to be better and applying pressure. And one thing about the 49ers that we all overlook, they're a finesse team. Like, they don't match up well against the Eagles. They're not as physical. Trent Williams gives them that one element of being physical, and Debo makes you a matchup nightmare to account for. Judy or DeAndre Hopkins for the 49ers. Yeah, I could totally see them like, hey, you know what? 3-game losing streak. Debo, we can't rely you for a full season. We need you, we love you, but let's get another talent here and make it work. And Fernando, I know the spotlight's on Brock Purdy right now, and yeah, I get it. I'm the one that called him a top 10 quarterback, but nobody cares about quarterback rankings in San Francisco. They need him to be good enough, and that when you have a good enough quarterback with a very good defense, that's enough right there. But that defense, that's the one that sets the tone of being physical. When you have a physical defense, you go play with the bruises against like the Eagles. That defense is getting carved up. I know Joe Burrow's Joe Burrow, but he completed his first 19 passes yesterday. I kept watching that game, about to flip something because I picked the 49ers. I'm like, can you defend this guy or something? It was just bad. Like, if you don't have the defense, Fernando, it doesn't matter how Brock Purdy plays or not. You're not going to beat the Eagles for sure.
No, yeah, I completely agree. And obviously, yeah, the Niners have a bad run defense. Their offensive line has had holes. We all know, even last year, even for years past, like Mike McGlinchey. I mean, I guess he was serviceable, but it just wasn't a good offensive line. I think they've kind of gone away from that. I mean, I know they love running the football, and they haven't been able to these last few weeks. But I really do think that they need something. I don't know if what they need. I mean, even if they got Jerry Judy or D Hop, I don't think what they need can be solved during the season. I think this is like off season. Like, I've never been of the belief that you can just all of a sudden switch a flip and you're going to be able to stop the run more efficiently. Like, I I've heard players say if we get all 11 hats or whatever to the ball, we'll be able to stop the run. Yeah, but I think it takes a defensive scheme change to kind of do some of that stuff at times. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do. Steve Wilkes, I know, I'm sure, is getting roasted by
Yeah.
49ers faithful, because obviously D'Amico Ryans' defense looked completely different from what this defense is looking like. Like you said, you add Javon and you think, okay, they're about to be a way better defensive line. They're going to get better, and it just, since that Cowboys game, it just hasn't looked like it. They just look pretty bad. And moving forward, I just don't know what this 49ers team is going to look like. But on the flip side, Joe Burrow seems like he's getting healthier and healthier. and they have a big matchup coming up this weekend against the
Bills.
Buffalo Bills in Cincinnati. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Joe Burrow only had 4 incompletions, 28 of 32, 283, 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 10 for 100 and 1 touchdown. Higgins, 5 for 69. Boyd, 3 for 40, 1 touchdown. So, I mean, he's spreading the football around. They're doing all the right things. They're running the football better. Mixon had 16 carries for 87 and a touchdown. And their defense, the thing is, their defense is disrupting opposing offenses. Like, they're really getting after quarterbacks. They're disrupting them. They're causing them to make mistakes. So I really do think that Cincinnati's starting to kind of hit their stride. That's why I tell everybody, like, it's crazy to see that they're like at the beginning of the season, like everybody's roasting them. And then all of a sudden you kind of turn it around. That's why when you see these teams that start off the gate really hot, everybody's like, oh, yep, Super Bowl. And then everybody's like, oh, the Bengals are dead. They're this, they're that. Here they come now. Their defense is starting to feel themselves. Their offense starting to feel themselves. That's what happens. That's what happens when a team. And I have to give Zach Taylor a lot of credit because obviously we see what's going on in Green Bay. We see what's going on over here, obviously. But moving forward, I really do like the job that Zach Taylor, his staff, everybody, they're putting together a good plan there with the Cincinnati Bengals. That's why I hope that moving forward, they're going to be able to get it going and make that push. Because the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, yeah, everybody loved them a week ago. Yesterday, they kind of were up and down against the Cardinals. And if the Bengals really do put this together, they can challenge that team.
You know what's funny, Fernando? Technically, in the AFC North, the Bengals are in last place right now. They're tied with the like points and all that, but they're tied with the Steelers and the Browns. But it wouldn't surprise me that somehow the Bengals catch up to the Ravens. It's like a 2-game. I think they lost already to the Ravens, so they're 6-2. The Ravens there, and yeah, I saw House of Horns comment that the DC for the Bengals deserves a lot of credit, and they do. That Bengals team looks like it's complete. And when you have Joe Burrow, who might be the best quarterback in the game. I love Patrick Mahomes, but Joe Burrow is really good too. And he's healthy. That bye week really helped. And going back to your comment, Fernando, yeah, everybody likes to toot their own horns when, hey, I got the 49ers right. Oh, hey, I would told you the 49ers are fraud. Like, it's ups and downs in the season. Again, I like Brock Purdy. I think he's going to be fine. Do not go to Sam Darnold. You come at me telling me Sam Darnold's going to be the best answer, which you might, Fernando. I don't want to hear it. I've seen this guy too many times. But sometimes you got to put the quarterback rankings aside. And when you have Brock Purdy with a complete offense, he's good. He does a good job. And he lost his opportunity to prove that he's better than a top 7 quarterback because he can't do it right now. But if that team's healthy, I like the 49ers. But I'm worried about their toughness. I'm worried about their defense. And the grittiest team in the NFL, it's not Detroit, it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're in a good place right now. 7-1, right?
That's the problem, yeah. But that's the problem when Brock Purdy goes and wins all the games that he first had won. I mean, it's great for him. But then when the down happens, that's when you're going to see what kind of team, what kind of player, how they respond. And yeah, obviously the media is going to crap all over them and be like, hey, like Brock Purdy's not what they said. He looks like a 7th round draft pick. Downs are going to happen to everybody. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Everybody says is the next Tom Brady. And look, he got dog walked by the Broncos yesterday.
People were waiting for his one game.
Exactly. For the Well, there was a certain individual.
Yeah, I know. He waited a long time.
He's at work right now. Well, you know what? I'm sure he's taking a nap in his car before going to practice.
It happens, man. It's football. We get picks wrong all the time, you know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it could happen to Patrick Mahomes, if Joe Burrow could start the season like that, this kid. I mean, Herbert just went through a 2 or 3 game stretch. No, 2-game stretch where it was bad. And now
he's not clutch, but they forgot everything else he did, you know.
Exactly. So now, like, Brock Purdy just needs to take this, cancel out the noise, and just keep on going. I mean, and the 49ers just need to do right by him. And guys like Trent Williams, Deebo Samuel, they got to pick the dude up. George Kittle. They have a lot of leadership on that team. So, I mean, I could already hear Nick, don't worry about it, Brock. We got this. Like, I can already hear him like we got your back or something.
One thing, Fernando, like, he could afford to miss a couple of throws. He's been missing throws, all season, but you can't turn over the ball. That's the one thing. Just play clean football. You can have a couple of misfires, but don't turn the ball over. That's it.